Okay, so the day is finally here. We are heading to Bentonville, and my weapon of choice, of course, is the old Capra. That being said, I have not changed the high-rise bars. The reason being is because I kind of liked them. I wasn't mad at them. I wasn't like madly in love with them, but I wanted to keep trying them. So in efforts to see if I actually like them or not, I am going to take them to Bentonville this weekend, run old chopper style on the Capra. But for now, I guess it'll work. It'll do its job, you know. We'll probably end up putting these bars back on one day. If not these, and we'll put some similar, or who knows, I might go in between the high rise and the normal, because these are probably 20 degrees of rise. Got a lot of sweep. These don't have as much sweep, that's for sure. But nonetheless, finally making a trip to Bentonville on the old Capra, and I could not be more stoked. We are excited. I'm going to do trail updates on every major trail there, because if we're being 100% honest, I haven't seen an update in like a year. So I'm going to bear that cross. I'm going to update on all the trails that I can, and we're just going to have a good time with the boys. So follow along, and we will be in Bentonville very soon. Okay, so I didn't exactly record an intro once we got to Bentonville, but we started off up at the castle and started kind of hitting everything we could. My recording didn't go exactly as planned. I kept starting when I wanted to stop, stopping when I wanted to start, and then right there you can see I had to adjust my fork because I kept leaving it firm all day because it was just climbing, constant climbing for me. Still had fun, but that was the basis of how all this started. And this right here was probably the sketchiest moment of the day. I come off a little sideways and almost paid the price, and we moved right back into dragon scales. But here I messed up with the Insta360 recording, so we had to use the Ace Pro, and yeah, the orientation's just off on it. I used the Ace Pro for reels, and I used the Insta360 for actual video, but at least y'all get to see old Dan eating an egg roll under a airplane engine while we run down dragon scales real quick.
This is hard. Holy
shoot, I messed up the footage again. I hit start when I wanted to stop, stop when I wanted to start, and this was kind of the going rate of the day for me. We're still getting used to the constant on-off with the camera when it comes to mountain biking, because you're hitting trails and all that instead of jumping on a track and running a little bit. But one of us almost got hit by a car. There it is. And then we went straight to Kohler. So I really wanted to hit drop the hammer, but my confidence was wavering after just pedaling all day and being wore smooth out. We ended up on Copperhead Road, which I didn't understand it at the beginning, but it was just as bad as any others when it comes to pedaling. A fun trail nonetheless, but yeah, we just got to get used to pedaling a little bit more next time we go out. This one was an absolute blast. I recommend it though, especially if you're more of the tech lover. It's a good trail. So if you can't tell from the labored breathing, I was wore out because this is what I was doing most of the day, was just walking bikes uphill because we both brought our enduros. They weren't pedaling for crap. And, you know, just trying to get used to figuring everything out when it comes to Bentonville. Once again, this was the first trip up there, and, you know, navigating was a little bit harder than I thought. But in the process of coming off of Copperhead Road, we found this one, which we didn't know what we were on at first, but turns out we were at the bottom of Hardway to Cafe, and we walked it up to see if we couldn't, you know, get a good run coming down to end the day off. So when it comes to pre-ride, re-ride, free ride, most of these videos that you have seen have just been the pre-ride. You know, I didn't really have the chance to go back up and come back down and go back up and come back down. You know, not having an e-bike kind of makes it rough, but nonetheless, you know, I got in what I could, did what I came there to do, is just to learn the area. You know, Bentonville's an absolute blast. There's so many trails up there, and I was wanting to hit as many as I could, so going back and hitting everything wasn't exactly in the cards. Okay, so we have made it back, but the Capra is nasty. So let's take her outside and take care of this just really quick. Well, the Capra is clean, so I guess we can go on back and let you know how the weekend went. Alrighty, so I have made it back. I am very happy with how Bentonville went, aside from the footage and stuff. I didn't record how I wanted to up there, but you know, that's just part of learning all of this, all the ins and outs of videography. I'm having fun with it though. This long form's a little bit different, but you know, it's fun nonetheless. I recommend going to Bentonville. It is a freaking blast, and it's got stuff for everybody. You know, I'm not a very skilled rider, but I'm also not, you know, a beginner. So, and we had our group that had beginners all the way to experts. So we had a lot of fun out there, and I will definitely be going back. I'm gonna try and record at Red Lick this weekend. We're going to Arkansas, so I'm gonna try and pack this thing up just as tiny as I can get it. We'll see how that goes. But if you're here watching, I appreciate it. As of right now, this channel is kind of wide open with where we're going. I'm always gonna have mountain bikes on it, and I'm probably gonna adopt cars in it sometime soon. Just trying to work all that out on the home front. You know, I'm not made of money. I'm just kind of doing this for funsies. So if you're here watching right now, I appreciate the fire out of you. You made it through a pretty shoddy video. You know, and so if you could leave a like, comment, let me know what I'm doing wrong. If you think, hey, you need to change this about your videos, you need to change that. I know I need to fix the first person footage when actually riding, but outside of that, let me know. Like, let me know what you think. If you want to subscribe, I would appreciate that so much. I love seeing just every now and then a new person pop in and come watch my stuff. So we moved away from TikTok, trying to move it into YouTube. So if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. Nonetheless though, we're gonna head to Arkansas, and I'm gonna go do some riding up there. So, till next time, everybody.